Hello, everyone. We have prepared a presentation for you about the former military barracks of Kuopio and some more general facts about Kuopio. Lisa and I will tell you about the former military barracks, and we start this presentation by introducing ourselves. My name is Annika Korhonen, and I'm the manager of detailed zoning.
And my name is Liisa Kaksonen, and I work as city architect. I work in Kuopion Tilapalvelut, and we manage the real estate of Kuopio city.
And next we can look into a few facts about Kuopio. Kuopio is located in central eastern Finland. It's about 4.5 hours from Helsinki by car and 45 minutes by plane. We say Kuopio is the capital of Eastern Finland. Here are some numbers that show the scale of the city. Kuopio is Finland's eighth largest city of Finland, and we have 123,000 residents in Kuopio. This is an image from our harbor towards the center of the city. Kuopio is located by the water. Kuopio has a very dense city center that enables walking and biking. And the city center is formed in a gridded pattern, as you can see from this image. Kuopio is relatively small in scale. We have short distances everywhere in the city, so we can walk and bike anywhere in the city within 15 minutes or so. Everything is close by. And our city center is actually the liveliest city centers of Finland. Some key factors here are certainly the high quality of the urban environment and the public spaces, as well as innovative traffic solutions. And also the commercial activity is a crucial importance as well. As planners, we try to maintain the balance between the city center and the shopping malls outside of the city center. And Kuopio is a growing city with a lively business scene as well, which gives Kuopio and us city planners a lot of work to do. And then if we think about in terms of the other side of the city, not just the built environment, but what's around the built environment, is the nature that surrounds us. And the nature in Kuopio is very special, and it's surrounding the city as a whole. Kuopio is known to be a nice place to live in, and especially for children, and we are aiming to keep it that way. Kuopio is also a city of education. We have 25,000 students living in Kuopio, and students bring a lot of life into the city. And here on the right-hand side, you can see other aspects of the city as well. And as you see, the Kuopio is here in the center, and the dense areas are shown in gray. But as you can see, there's lake all around Kuopio city center. We are surrounded by lake. The lake is called Lake Kallavesi, and we have over 6,000 kilometers of shoreline around Kuopio. But it also limits where we can expand, and it's a factor that we all love, but also something that limits our growth. And here you can see the center of the city, and the design area is located here in this area that is marked by this circle. You can get the feel of the urban grid from this image. Like I said before, the area is very dense. The site is located in the midst of the city, in the core area, and we also have a lot of parks and recreational areas around the site and the city center. And one thing that makes Kuopio very special and different from most cities of Finland is our network of the fire alleys that we call the rännikadut. They are narrow streets or alleys, and they are every second road in the center of the city. And the roads have a history of preventing fire. They are nowadays used mainly by pedestrians, and they're very special roads because we have been able to save the human scale along those roads. So they're very, very dear to us. And now, Lisa, it's your turn.
Okay. The area for the design challenge is located in downtown Kuopio, only a few hundred meters from the marketplace, which is the heart of the city. And the site is part of the Kuopio National Urban Park that traverses the city. The verdant courtyards and big trees contribute to a park-like atmosphere in the area. And the immediate vicinity of the area consists of the City Council Hall and the police and jury building and swimming hall and ice rink to the north. On the west side of the area, there is a theater and an elementary school, and on the south side, residential buildings. And on the east side of the area, there are some office buildings. The property in competition is part of the former military barracks in Kuopio. The area subject to the design challenge comprises 10 buildings. The 8 wooden buildings were completed in 1881, and the red brick buildings, which are located in the corners of the area, in 1914, 1916. Most of the buildings in the design challenge area were originally housing for officers and command staff. Building D served as the main guardhouse, and Building I was the officers' club. And there is a photograph in the next slide. The military use of the area ended in 1963 and came to be owned by the city from 1972. The buildings on the property have since then hosted many different activities, including offices and daycare center, among others. Building D houses the War Veteran Museum and will continue to do so. Building J is an unheated storage building, and the other buildings in the area are open to new innovations and purposes despite their current use. Currently, buildings A, E, and F are office buildings, and building H is a daycare center. The other buildings are at the moment vacant. The condition of the buildings varies. Some of the premises have been renovated and may remain in current use, but some are in poor condition and suffer from indoor air pollution. Therefore, some of the buildings are at the present time underused or entirely disused. So we need good ideas to bring the area alive again. And then Annika can continue.
Okay, so now we can look into what we are expecting from you. So the objective for this design challenge is to obtain a high quality entity for the barrack area. And we are hoping that to keep the history and the identity of the area while bringing it to life again and bringing like a new element into the area. We are hoping to retain and emphasize the public nature and the parky or the kind of gardeny atmosphere of the area, and to explore different uses for the buildings and the area as a whole. Also to explore places for infill buildings to fit the area and its scale. We are hoping to kind of to keep the human scale in this area. We're also hoping to integrate the new buildings into the cityscape and urban structure of the competition area, and to study what happens in between the buildings and how to utilize the public spaces. And we were also thinking what we would suggest for the drawings for the second phase, to kind of get an idea of what we are hoping to get from these design ideas. We are hoping to get an aerial plan that shows the integration to urban structure, kind of like a figure ground plan, and then a more detailed site plan that uses that shows the uses of the buildings versus uses of the outdoor spaces. Also the sites and uses of infill buildings, and then the design of the outdoor spaces that shows public spaces, private spaces, traffic arrangements, pedestrian routes, and car parking. And we are also hoping to get an aerial section of the area. The third thing is to have diagrams and perspective drawings of the area, at least one aerial perspective and one viewed from the eye level would be great. And finally, we're hoping to get layout drawings of the existing buildings, kind of idea plans of maybe 2 to 3 buildings that would include floor plans and sections, etc. And also maybe diagrams or perspective drawings of the interior spaces. And finally, we want to wish you the best luck with the design challenge. We hope that you enjoy the project and have fun. And we are planning to start the development of this area in the near future, maybe next year. And we are very excited to have you dive into this topic. And we hope that we see a lot of creative ideas, and so we can develop this area into a nice and interesting urban area of Kuopio. Thank you.